Welcome gamers, Hazardor here, and today I'm going to give you my first impressions on Battleborn and answering the question, should you buy this game or not? I first off want to start by saying that the art design and the graphics in this game really are on point. It's nothing really that I've played before. I'm more used to sort of military shooters when it comes to FPSs, and this definitely isn't a military shooter. It takes itself not very seriously, it's sort of in a cartoon theme, and it's something very different from what I've used before or played before, and it's just really refreshing to play. So the graphics are really good, but the gameplay is what it's all about, isn't it, in games in general. But the gameplay for Battleborn is really good as well. There's a lot of variety in what you can do. You have special abilities, you have normal abilities, you can move about a lot, and one of the best things about this game, in my personal opinion, is the characters. The characters are the bread and butter of Battleborn. I think there are 25 of them, and with DLCs and the season pass and stuff like this, there'll be more of them coming out, so that can only mean better stuff for this game. And they're not just classes where, you know, one's got this weapon, one can move a bit quicker. They are very, very different from each other. Some have sort of futuristic lightsabers, some are really big with massive machine guns, some are short, agile with arrows, some are snipers, some ones can heal your team, and it's just such a wide variety of different characters you can use, so the gameplay doesn't get boring at all. They all have really different abilities, and it feels really unique. Well, each one feels very unique from each other. Weapons, abilities, special abilities, movement, appearance, everything's so different, and I really do think that this is one of the best things about Battleborn. Now, the story mode is definitely the best part about this game in my personal opinion. The multiplayer is good, but it's not as good as the story missions for me. The bosses in the story missions are quite bullet sponges, but they're different enough so it doesn't get that boring. They have different movesets, they have different stages sometimes. One of the things I didn't like about the bosses though, is that there wasn't one specific character that was really good against it. Everybody sort of had an equal chance, and that made selecting a character in the first place feel kind of useless. But the boss battles are really good, so I don't want to take that away from it too much. The abilities in this game and the shard system is very good. The abilities have a cooldown system as well, so no one's really spams them loads in multiplayer or something. The shard system in this game is very good too. You can pick them up and purchase sentry guns, traps, and machines that sort of speed up minions in the game. And I can sort of bring a different gameplay mechanic because you don't want to kill people, you want to collect shards to buy these things. There's also quite a good story to this game as well, and every single character has their own backstory. I can't tell you much about this because you actually have to play the game to unlock their backstory of how they've got these abilities, you know, what happened to them in childhood, different things like this that I'm pretty sure will bring a lot of depth to the game, and it'll actually make the characters mean something. The story missions are also nice and long as well. They take about 20 minutes to do, and it's a very good and enjoyable 20 minutes. You go through a massive world in different environments and eventually get to the final boss. Despite all these positives, this game is definitely not perfect. Specifically multiplayer, I'm not a massive fan of multiplayer. This game, for me, it should have been a really fast-paced shooter, but it's not that at all. One of the reasons it's not that fast-paced is because people have so much health. There's a massive health pool on each one. Not only is the health pool big, you know, they have shields as well, so you have to take this shield down, and only then can you take down their health pool. I was on a one-on-one confrontation with this guy once, and I think it lasted about 1 minute and 30 seconds. We were shooting each other, spraying arrows at each other, and it kind of got ridiculous after a while. Because it took so long to take each other's health down, it got boring and very trivial after a while. The multiplayer game modes are also very limited. There's only 3 of them. They are very different from each other, I'll give them that, but they're kind of boring, and I'd love to see a lot more modes put into this game in the future. Now, a thing that did kind of get on my nerves in multiplayer specifically was the waiting time. In story mode as well, when you select a character, I think you have about 90 seconds to do so. Do you really need 90 seconds to select your character? This might not seem a lot, but when you're in game, sitting there, just twiddling your thumbs after you selected a character, 90 seconds can seem like a long time. In multiplayer itself as well, there's a respawn delay, which is a lot as well. In some situations, I was actually waiting about 40 seconds before I actually respawned. That is just ridiculous. Sitting there for 40 seconds, spectating someone is not fun for me. I wanted to get any action straight away, and that made it, well, that pushed it further away from the fast-paced shooter I thought Battleborn was. Another massive negative about this game, in my opinion, is is the lack of tactics. This was advertised as a game where you can play with your friends, it's really tactical, and you can defeat the enemy team by speaking together in a party or something like this. I didn't find this at all. I didn't really need to help my teammates in any single situation. Apart from reviving, there's no other way you can help each other. You can't give them ammo, you can't enhance their skills, you can't make them damage people more, or anything like this. Not in my experience anyway. There may be further characters unlocked down the line which do this, but from what I've seen so far, the only thing you can do to help your teammates is revive them and heal them. That is not tactical in my opinion. Also, if you did play the beta, you will notice that this game is very similar to the beta. Of course, it is the same game obviously, but it didn't really feel that differently. When I played the beta, I was like, yeah, this is really good, I'm really enjoying this, I'm definitely gonna buy the full game. When I started playing this game today, I was like, am I playing a beta or the full game? I've just cashed out £50 on this, and it doesn't feel that much different. There aren't sort of massive amounts of more story modes available, there's not loads more to do in multiplayer either, and it feels like I'm paying 50 quid for just a little bit upgraded beta version. Maybe they gave us too much to do in the beta, or maybe there's not enough to do in the full game, but this feels very similar to the beta in terms of the amount of things you can do and a variety in characters. Should you buy this game? And my answer is yes, depending on what sort of gamer you are. If you like buying loads of different games, trying out new things, I think Battleborn would be a good choice for you. I think it is only just worth £50 because there is a feeling that there's not going to be much content available after a few weeks and you've tried all the characters out to the max. If you are a fan of Borderlands, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this game because it's made by the same people and you'll feel right at home. If you like this game but you also got one eye on Overwatch, I think you should probably hold out. I've got a strong feeling that Overwatch could be a lot better than Battleborn, so I recommend if you are really looking forward to Overwatch, wait for that to come out because I think that is going to be better than Battleborn. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, like, comment and subscribe for more.